Hey internet, and hello my wolf pack. So today, sorry, I just did a live stream and I'm coming back in my room. So today we are going to be playing Seduce Me, otome. I haven't done it in a long time and I'm sorry. I've just been very lazy, so let's begin. I opened my eyes to see a woman staring down at me with a very sly smirk on her face. I opened my mouth to scream in fright, but a hand quickly covered my mouth.
No screaming now. Too early, silly girl.
Yes, of course, Diana. I could only stare up at the woman above me. I still felt weak, not having the strength to move and fight her off. What was she going on, and why was... Oh, what was going on, and why was she here?
Why do the boys like you? You're unique, yes, but that can't be all that you have going for you.
Damn, Michaela. Rage began to consume my core again. This woman, whoever she was making me mad. She must have known, as she let another smirk grow onto her face.
You're feisty. That could be why.
Before I could bite her hand in anger, she removed her hand from my lips, standing up and staring down at me from her place next to my bed. Bitch. I'm joking. I quickly sat up and glared daggers at the intruder. Ah, fuck. She was very beautiful, yes. How do I... Fuck. Whoops. Who the hell are you, and why are you in my room? The woman began to laugh, making the rage inside me increase. I wanted to punch her, but I waited for her answer.
How silly of me. I forgot that we demons are not well known of in your world. You can call me Diana, little human.
Diana? A demon? Diana? Demon? You're a demon?
I am. But I'm much more than just an average demon.
Yes, we know this. What do you mean?
Silly girl. I'm a succubus.
I stared at Diana in shock. A succubus? First incubi, now succubus. Now a succubus. Great, I had now met both genders of sex demons. Sorry, my grandmother's talking in the background. I cannot focus. Diana crossed her arms under her bosom and looked at my body.
Well, you are pretty. But you seem very reckless. Too reckless.
Sorry. I moved out and stood from the bed, still glaring at Diana. Why are you here?
Oh, I just wanted to see who my competition was.
Competition?
For the boys, of course. They don't belong here, and yet here they remain. I want to know why, and remedy this little issue.
Oh, how fun. This girl was seriously pissing me off. Issue? What issue? They want to stay here so they can.
Silly, uneducated human. You don't understand the important roles these boys play in the abyssal planes. You keeping them here is practically imprisonment.
No. You have about 10 seconds to leave. That is literally me, except I would attack her and probably die in the process, to be honest.
Is that a threat? How cute. What are you going to do? Kill me?
Oh wow, thanks Diana for pushing my buttons. I'm actually gonna go back in the computer room. Sorry, I'm coming back in the computer room because I do have to edit this video furthermore afterwards. And if I do...
You barely have the strength to stand, little human. I can rip the rest of your energy out and knock you into a coma. You'll never be able to wake up again.
Touch me and I'll...
Enjoy every minute of it.
Ugh. I felt my body freeze and heat up to almost a painful haze. My mind began to feel fuzzy as Diana stepped to me and caressed my cheek.
Now, you're going to listen to everything I say without any questions. Got it?
No. I nodded.
Good.
Damn it.
I plan to bring the boys back to the Abyssal Plains. Why? So that I can take my place as queen of their realm. They have no reason to be here in this silly little world, so I'm going to make sure they return home. Okay, Pumpkin?
No. I nodded but growled. My rage couldn't be concealed, despite the hold I was under. You evil bitch.
Call me evil all you want, dearie. I'm not evil. You're just in my way.
Oh, that is true, though. I felt Diana lean into my ear and whisper, making me unconsciously shiver in both pleasure and annoyance.
Now, be a good little human and go to bed. I'll make sure they're gone before you get home tomorrow from school, so make sure to say goodbye in the morning.
Felt my body move on its own to lay in bed and cover itself with my bed sheets. With my bed sheets, I glared at Diana the entire way down. Diana laughed at my futility. I'll get you.
Oh, please do.
Oh, shit, she's mad. All of a sudden, her voice deepened and became cold and demonic, sending a violent, scared shiver down my spine. Her red eyes practically illuminated in the darkness of my room as she glared at me.
Give me a reason to make your life a living hell.
Uh-oh. I gritted my teeth, trying to fight back against the hold on me. She couldn't have been that tough. She needed energy to survive, right? I was sure she couldn't have had enough to hold me down forever. Diana then laughed and returned to normal.
Oh, and make sure you don't tell the boys I was here. I want my visit to be a surprise.
Damian will still find out. I felt the hold on me disappear, allowing me to sit up and practically growl at Diana in rage. What's stopping me?
And you must not care about your friends and family as
Ow.
much as you care for the boys.
You hit my leg. I stopped and stared. What did she mean by that? Was that a threat to my family? Diana smirked at me, knowing the confusion behind my eyes.
Let's just say that if you tell the boys about me, I'll make sure that no one will care for you, and you'll be all alone in this little house until the day you die.
Nice. I could feel fear creeping into me. Alone? How could she do that? The word demon reverberated in my head, reminding me that I was facing off against something supernatural. A human with a shield versus a devil was one thing. A human on her own versus a demon was another.
Have a good night.
Oh, of course, you too. And with that, Diana sank into the floor through a magic purple pentagram, which disappeared as her head vanished into the floor. I couldn't believe it. I had one problem, and now I had another. Instead of a crazy psycho devil who wanted to kill me and the boys, I had a succubus wanting to ruin my life and take the boys away. Could my life get any worse? No, I wasn't going to let her win. She's not as powerful as she looks. I know it. I had to mentally confirm it. She wasn't she wasn't going to win. She wasn't going to win. The boys wanted to stay with me. I let out a sigh before closing my eyes, affirming my plan of action. How could she just go to sleep? No matter what she was going to do, I was going to beat her. Eventually, the morning arrived, and the sun screamed at me to get up. Surprisingly, I woke up before my alarm clock once again, which was nice. I stretched out and quickly got dressed, getting ready for school. She expects me to say goodbye to the boys. I will say good morning, and we'll see them when I come back. No way am I going to say goodbye. Aww. They're all here. I scooped up my bag and headed downstairs to the dining room, seeing the boys already eating a delicious selection of food. The smell made my stomach growl wildly as the sight of food drew me to walk further into the room.
Good morning, miss. Did you sleep well?
I guess you could say that. Before I could lie, hiding the incident in the back of my mind, Damian furrowed his eyebrows and stopped eating. Uh-oh.
She's here.
Uh-oh. The boys looked to Damian in confusion while I cursed his abilities silently in my mouth.
Damian, what's up with you? Of course she's here. She kinda owns the house.
Look at Sam's face. Damian looked to me, wanting me to explain for him. However, the threats that Diana gave me last night warned me to keep my mouth shut. Let's tell them. Damian pressed his lips together into a fine line. The other boys looked at me with a raised eyebrow. A girl named Diana came by last night.
Diana?
Is she important?
Uh-oh, Sam's mad.
Did she try to hurt you?
Sam. That's sweet, Sam. She's a succubus. Oh. Why does Eric always look like he hates Mika? Like, his natural face is like resting face is so mean. That single word made the boys stop and stare at me. I looked at each boy on Matthew. He's like, well, looks like my brothers are doomed. She don't want me. That single word made the boys stop and stare at me. I looked to each boy unsure of what was going through their mind. Should I have avoided it? Oh, well, thank you for letting me know. What?
So, she's come to try and bring us back.
She must really be desperate.
Well, what should we do now?
Nothing. She'll give up eventually.
Will she?
The boys continued to look at me as if I knew the answer to that question. Damn it, Damian! She said that if I told you, she'd make my life a living hell. She can't. A living hell. She can't possibly do that, right? She's not a devil.
No, she isn't. However, she is a very powerful demon. She's a master of mind manipulation and has been trained in illusion. Unlike other demons who use strength to get power, she uses her charisma.
She has the power to make armies bow to her and obey her every whim. That's why she's so obsessed with us.
'Cause you want to say no? I don't know. Oh,
Well,
shit.
she sort of has family ties to us. She was promised to marry one of us in exchange for more power.
She's just some whacked up hussy who doesn't know how to close her legs. She's not a real threat.
Oh, really? I feel insulted.
Matthew. The boys and I looked around the room, wondering where the voice came from. I felt cold sweat run down the back of my neck in fear, remembering what kind of power she had. Oh. 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 At last, we saw... She's like a dog. Like a wolf that's growling at you. I just find it adorable when, like, animals try to kill you. I don't know why. I mean, obviously, if I were in a do-or-die situation with a wolf, I mean, I wouldn't call it cute. Actually, yes, I would. I would do that. At last, we saw Diana by the entrance of the kitchen, juggling a single red apple in her hand, as she leaned against the archway. Ooh, way. The boys quickly surrounded me, glaring at the intruder.
So, you took up a human name as well.
Beautiful name, isn't it? Well, for a human name, anyway.
What the hell do you want?
Yes, what do you want?
To bring you back, of course. However, you weren't supposed to know that I was coming. I completely forgot about that little mind-reading ability. My mistake.
Diana pushed off from the archway and walked towards us, making the boys step closer to me in a protective circle. Diana laughed.
My. What has the world come to? A group of demons protecting a human girl? I'll tell you right now, she's not that pretty. And from what I can tell, she's still a virgin.
Wow, fuck you. My face grew red in complete anger and embarrassment. How dare she? Oh, hell no. I stepped up, gently pushing the boys away to be face to face with Diana. I was furious and she was about to feel my wrath. You are in my house. You are an intruder. You have no power here. Actually,
Oh,
I
really?
do.
Do I
But
have
yes,
to
she
remind
does.
you of the power I have, dear?
No, thanks. With a snap of her fingers, my mind suddenly locked up and I felt blank. I could see the world around me, but I lost control of my body. The boys quickly reformed around me, with James gripping onto Diana's wrist in anger.
You will leave this instant.
Or what? You'll kill me? I completely dare you to.
Oh, Damian.
Let me do it. I could use the workout.
I say that all the time. Except I always say I could use the small workout.
Don't.
The boys looked to Damian while I wanted to fight this hold, but her power held me down.
And why not?
She wants us to kill her. If she dies, then civil war starts in the demon world.
Very Very good, sweetie.
What happens in the demon world doesn't concern us anymore. We live here now.
The demons will come to the human world and hunt us down before attacking each other.
The demons will come to the human world? All because of her?
You sneaky bitch.
Fucking right. Oh, shit. They're mad. With another snap of Diana's fingers, I was released from her hold, almost buckling to my knees.
Well, will you all change your minds? I assure you, it's for the greater good.
You son of a bitch. I expected the boys to say no. What I heard was complete silence. None of the boys replied to Diana, which made me both nervous and fearful as to why. Diana leaned her head back a bit, surprised for a different reason.
No. Well, I see.
Was silence truly them saying no to her? I looked around at the boys and saw the disobedience in their eyes, giving me my answer. I felt my heart flutter, especially when my eyes landed on Damian. Aw, he kept close to me, glaring daggers into Diana. I could feel that he was completely adamant in his choice to stay. I don't know what, but I was incredibly happy to know he wanted to stay. Diana sighed and pressed a finger into her temple, rubbing it gently.
Either all of you are playing a very convincing hard-to-get game, or you all must be out of your minds.
Poor Diana. See, after this, like, watch Seduce Me to Demon War after the series, obviously, and you'll understand why I'm saying poor Diana. Diana then looked to me, locking her gaze with mine as if to read me. I could tell she wanted me to do something, but the boys would stop her, so the stare was her only available action. After a small moment of silence, Diana licked her lips before breaking the gaze battle and smiling to the boys around me.
Very well. I guess I'll take my leave now.
What? Her leave? Was she serious? Her faces. The boys around me straightened up and grew confused. Straightened up and grew confused looks on their faces as Diana stepped back and away from us with a small bow, flaunting her cleavage. Wow. Without another word, a deep purple pentagram appeared under her feet, and Diana's body slowly sank into the floor. As her head vanished into the floor, the pentagram vanished. At once the boys relaxed and slowly began to return to their spots at the table, each in deep thought.
She'll be back, but she